Welcome back, everybody. So, doing something a little bit different. This is me working on trying to do vlogging styles, produce more content of what I've got going on besides just going and riding off-road stuff, dipping into the drift car, several different things that I've put up before, I've tried out, experimented with. So, here's another one. So, real quick before I get started, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Drop a like on the video, helps us out, gets us in a pretty good algorithm of putting our videos out for more people to see. So real quick, if you have watched any of my home installation videos, you probably look in the background, somebody would be like, man, that dude's got a junkyard and it looks kind of junky and whatnot. It does, and reason being is I always have a lot of projects going on, and not making excuses but making excuses. It gets to a point that stuff gets pushed to the side until I get like a day off that I can actually stick around the house and get everything cleaned up and organized, which happens once every couple months. I get everything reorganized, and then new projects roll in, whether it be trucks, cars, side-by-sides, just whatever, household projects, and it ends up turning out to look like the way it is right now. So we got two projects. We're gonna go over it, of what's going on, and include you guys in basically the ride along portion of everything we got going on. So here we go with today's episode. So a project we have going on right here is on this pallet, and this is a home project, one of two projects that we have got to do. All the junk and the mess, I'll get to that here in a second, but we have a nice pool that we're going to put in this summer. And the reason why I have decided to go with a pool this year is the Wave Runners that you've seen, the two Sea-Doo RXTs, the 215s, I end up selling those. Season went out, I was like, man, these things are sitting, not being used, got a good offer on them, I'll let them go. Well, I was going to go buy some brand new ones, but the bad part is whenever I bought those last year, COVID had hit, and I actually got to go ride them a bunch, kind of starting out. And then I guess because of COVID, work got backed up, overtime got high, so I maybe got to ride them once or twice a month. I could try and get them out before I went to work, but that kind of just sucks the fun out of it a little bit, because you get out in the morning and you ride around and stuff, and then ultimately you have to bring them in and then come home and get ready for work and go to work. So for me, that was kind of depressing. You can be out on a nice day, and then ultimately you have to go to work, and there's a lot of people out there like myself that thinks their job just doesn't make them happy, so it's extra hard. Anyways, so that's why I chose the pool this year. I always have something here at the house, locked and loaded, ready to go, can go swim at any time. Me preferably, I'm not too worried about the temperatures and stuff of the water, so I like to swim. I'm a swimmer. So we'll touch base real quick over the junkyard. Yes, I know my house looks like the junkiest house in the neighborhood, but I guarantee that I have more projects going on than probably everybody else. So I am always busy, always, 24/7. So plan is, I wanted to, she's excited, but she doesn't know what's to come. Plan is, I wanted to widen out the driveway a little bit to give more parking room. I don't have whole lot of garage space, so projects in the garage is probably one at a time. Can't do multiples. So up here we got what would be my wood pile. It started off, I stacked wood up and got the wood for bonfires and stuff, and then I started collecting used lumber, which was easier to burn, have a bonfire with people over. And then I had this makeshift shed, which basically needed it in an emergency. Had the lumber to do it years ago, and we did it in the dark. So it's coming down, it's disappearing, it's going out. Now all this over here was I used to haul scrap metal, lots and lots of scrap metal. So this was my area that basically I would just lay it all out and organize it, kind of, you say, different types of metal, and have it all set out. Most of it's all cleaned up and gone now. I've stopped doing it, haven't had time, and the prices of scrap just kind of wasn't worth it, and everybody else started doing it, so I let them have it. I wasn't fighting over it. But we got some other things that we're going to clean up and get moved here and get out of the scrap yard, and we're going to clean all this out over here. I got to move this, get this moved out of the way. We got Summertime Tunes over here. She's ready to party. She loves being outside. But anyways, this whole area right here is going to turn into a playground. So plan is kids get to play on the playground, adults will be in the pool. So the backyard, I'll take you over the backyard stuff. So property line runs right over here somewhere. I know where it is and where it's marked out. I usually keep spare wheels and tires and stuff back here. You're going to be moving all that stuff out and organizing it. We're probably going to get a shed to keep all this stuff in. A lot of this is drift wheels, which are for that car, which doesn't run or drive anymore. If I put a motor and stuff in it, I could use them again, but they've been sitting stagnant since 2018. They haven't moved. I've got to get this offloaded. It's been sitting on here since Ponies and Smokies. Haven't really had time to mess with it, but I need my trailer today, so I'm going to get the car off. Car's not broke, car runs and drives. I just not motivated to touch it. Back deck's a little bit of looks a little bit of a mess. There's old car parts and stuff underneath. All that is either getting junked or given away. But this whole backyard back here is going to transform. So basically everything back through here is going to change. Redo the deck, put up the pool, get some dirt and stuff moved, get all this leveled out. So ultimately we can have a summer spot and have a place to chill and relax before and after work. So you excited? You excited? Got your bubbles and your mermaid. So yeah, we're gonna get to moving all this stuff around. And probably most likely what I'm gonna be doing as far as like the videoing of, I'll make a small series out of this videoing. I'll video progress, trying to keep up with it and time-lapsing with the camera. Might be a little more hassle than what it's worth at the moment in the time being. So video may flip-flop vice versa, but I want you guys to be entertained. So that's probably the direction that this is going to go.